living out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be ET? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakish. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out. To the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Lucky Christmas.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Let's go. Rhino!
Cousins now to throw on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Teo in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's got a man complete. A very nice pickup of 33. Yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. First down. Here's Cousins. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 right at the 20. First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Here we go. Let's 50. Here we go. 51 to Mike, boys. 51 to Hood.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. On the carry, it's Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board, and a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Let's go! Grand 38! Ohio! Grand 38!
They run it again with Kamara. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. To throw on 3rd down, Barrett. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Here we go! Grand 38! Ohio! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
On 2nd down, Barrett. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Barrett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They run the counter with Cook. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here we go. One.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now.
And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. A first down throw for Cousins. That's complete right around the lane. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing here, Barrett. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun on 3rd down. Barrett finds his man. Watson over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Ohio! Come on, let's go! 38!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Daniil Hunter in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barrett on the check down. He finds Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go! What? Nothing! What? Nothing!
From the shotgun, here's Barrett. That's complete to Meredith. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Looks to throw on 1st. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Everson Griffin in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw on 2nd down. Barrett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Andrew Sendejo from his strong safety spot able to make the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cousins on 1st down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Again, it's Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Let's go. Two.
Throwing is Cousins. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and goal for Cousins. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Oh, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. Well, they just scored. They got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Black. Move. Here we go.
Final play of the half. Cousins forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Flex round.
On first down, Barrett to throw. Dancing to his left. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Eric Kendricks in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Ohio! Come on, let's go! 190!
Barrett now on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Barrett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Aho. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie. And, you know, sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just beat the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Lucky 50.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go.
Now Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Sheldon Rankins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Yellow. Black.
Cousins now on second down. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cole. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the left hash, this from 46. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he was 3 for 3 to that point, but he couldn't keep the perfect game going.
Did someone mention it on the bench and jinx
Maybe
it?
jinx him a little bit.
Well, you doubt it had anything to do with overconfidence, but hey, it's an inexact science. These things do happen.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Barrett. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Flex round! Ohio!
To throw on 3rd down, Barrett. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Cousins now to throw on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On second down, Cousins again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Come on, let's go!
On 1st and 10, here's Barrett. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. The 40, the 30, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Cousins now, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Being chased out left. And some space here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Barrett. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Ohio! Come on, let's go! Try at 38! Try at 38!
On first down, Barrett escaping the pressure right. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Barrett. And he fires one incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Flex round! Come on, let's go! What done it? What done it? Ohio! 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 56 to Mike, or 56. Check 56.
Throwing again. Barrett. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
To throw is Barrett. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz good on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Here we go.
They pitch it out to Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Buying time to his left. That's caught by Treadwell. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Handoff comes to Cook, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, you're trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
The Vikings on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Barrett looks to throw on first. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Barrett forced out to him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Everson Griffin. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Ohio. 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 Flex round. Flex round.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Barrett. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Ohio. Ohio.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Come on, let's go. What? 9. Ohio. 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 Ohio.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
Let's go.
A give. This is Cook. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. He will push his way down to about the 14. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. One.
They run, Cook, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And the Saints signal for another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. So out comes the field goal team once more. The kick by Carlson is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Pressure, and they got to him again. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Looking to throw on second down. Barrett. He's going to let it fly. Push. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 33.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Throwing here, Cousins. Flush to his right. He finds Latavius Murray. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Cousins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Second down, Cousins. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it,